noon, 12 o'clock in most of Europe, and a very warm welcome to our friends from Durst Group, Michael, Thomas, and Frederik. Warm welcome here to INKISH Learn with us. So how are you guys?
Good, thanks.
Thank you, very good.
I think that's always when you talk to people in software, it's like, why talk more than needed, right? It's good.
It's enough.
It's good enough. However,
the software talks for itself.
Yeah, so yeah, and otherwise you can just connect with an API, right? There's no reason, no reason to waste time. Michael, you have been on our Learn with Us session before, and I have to tease you a little bit because I can't help think that you are so busy, because always whenever we communicate, it's always in the last minute, right? And you always get to the point anyway. I think that the session you did with our workflow was simply just great. So I hope you have something good in the back for us. But I think a lot of people think of Durst maybe more as a company doing what is it you do? You do a lot of different things like printers and work with Koenig & Bauer and have partnerships all over the place, but you're also a software company, right?
Yeah, right. So Durst basically now it's famous for providing digital inkjet machines. So and with the Durst strategy, pixel to output, that was the scope. Now it's broader. So we are thinking about digitalization not only for printing, but providing also the solution for digitizing the entire processes from order intake to shipment, for digitizing the sales channels with the e-commerce solution. That's basically the topic we are talking about today. Digitizing all the touch points to the customers and to the suppliers. That basically was also the messages for the Smart Factory webinar we have. And that's also, and we are active in a lot of areas. So large format printing, label printing, textile printing, corrugated folded carton, together with Koenig & Bauer.
You forgot ceramics.
Yeah, ceramics is not that in scope for the software solutions, so that we're doing with partners. So our main goal for the Smart Factory, it's more in the fields of large format corrugated and label.
So let's get to who you are, Frederik. What is your role in this fantastic setup?
Yeah, it actually is a fantastic setup.
It is?
It is definitely. My role, I'm the head of project management for the e-commerce for Smart Shop. And coming from the print industry, I've worked lots of years for a large format printing company. And now I'm at Durst for nearly 1.5 years, and I like it very much.
One thing that I would like to ask you, and maybe I'm pretty sure you would answer positive, but when I see Durst from the outside, it seems like a company that have simply forgotten that has been a corona, because you are all over the places, and it seems that you have a very forward-looking approach to a lot of things. Is that just something that is fooling me, or do you also feel like a relatively new employee that this is a company that really moves forward?
Definitely. I started like 3 months before Corona came, and first thought was, just changed to a new job, and all of a sudden everything's going down, business is breaking together. But very fast, Durst started to take this as a chance and not to put the head in the sand and like wait till it's over, but trying to reinvent itself and start new strategies and look in every corner and clean up and all that stuff.
I quite early in the pandemic had an interview with Christopher Gamper, and what I liked about was that he said that, okay, we are a company, that we are not a public company, so we have our own money, we are good situated, and we don't really have to speculate so much about those kind of things. I mean, probably you have other things to focus about, and I think that would give a lot of job security and also trust in the company you work for. Thomas, what do you do?
So, yes, I'm the software solution designer and the director for the engineering. And let me say I'm the father of the shop system, because I make this shop system before for my own company, and later I sell the software. And I have a strange journey in the printing area. Let me say in the printing area and in the IT area. And okay, I have my own printing company, make my own software, and later I sell the software. That is, let me say, the journey what I made. And now in 2017, Durst knocks on my door. Christoph Gamper knocks on my door, and it's really nice. And so now we go the same way. And I have the same vision as Christoph and Durst, and this is very important. The pixel to output is for us the way it is.
And it's a great slogan as well. I'm just, if Christopher is watching this one, you can knock at our door if you want to buy a TV station as well. That's totally okay. No, sorry, it was just kidding. Michael, you introduced yourself in the previous show, but for those who don't know you and what you do, maybe you just come with a short introduction as well.
Yeah, I'm the business unit manager for software and solution. So that's the entity at Durst taking care about all the software products and services we are providing to help our customers to establish our smart factory. So in our portfolio, we have the e-commerce solution, we have a workflow solution for digitizing and automating pre-press, we have color management systems, ERP solution for the production digitalization and planning, business analytics software for analyzing the data generated by our machines, and we form all these puzzle parts together to the concept Smart Factory, and that's basically my responsibility, and also the task I'm following to providing the complete digitalization to our customers.
And if you look at your customers and I mean, because you have a global presence and of course have a lot of input from customers, how do you see the change and the needs for digitalization and selling print online? Is that something that is it like a clear demand from customers, or is it also something that you have to push a little bit?
The interesting thing, because we are active in many areas, so if you compare, for example, large format printing, where digital printing and selling online, that's something more or less normal, very good working business model. When we look on the other side in a corrugated, that's totally different. The digital printing and digitizing of processes and digital selling, that's in the early stage. So we can, so the demand, it depends on the market, but we can learn a lot by giving the knowledge that we have from one segment to the other one. It's really interesting also to bring our customers together and let them discuss the experience they made in the journey and also in different segments. And we are very lucky with our customers because they are all really open-minded, and many the Corona crisis take us chance to use the more quiet time to invest in digitalization. So many of our complete smart factory concepts we implemented was during Corona, because they say, hey, let's take the chance that we don't have only thinking about how we can handle all the orders. Let's think how to digitize our company and make the next step and be ready when everything goes up and opens, so that we can work more efficiently.
That's great, Michael, because from my point of view as well, before Durst, of course, well-known name, but it wasn't too obvious before that we entered this series with Morten, that Durst also, like you said, have the whole panorama of Industry 4.0 related products, to fit everything in the workflow. So from that respect, I'm looking forward to what you guys will show us.
So with that said, we will have time afterwards to have some Q&As, so why don't we just dig into it? Who is going to demo? I can't remember.
Frederik, I think, no?
Well, I'm doing the audio, and Thomas will follow with his cursor and sharing his screen and showing everything I'm telling.
Industry 4.0, right?
So basically what you say is that if we all invest in web to print, we should have one more employee, so one to do the speaking and one to doing the mouse moving, right? What an opportunity. Guys, Shaq and I will turn off the cameras and sound, but we will be listening and have a hopefully good Q&A session afterwards. So again, thank you very much, and take it away.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So First of all, DURST Smart Shop is a fully managed all-in-one platform solution. We do the hosting, the shop with CMS system, the editor for online designing, as well as the project management from start to go live for our clients. So compared to some of our competing companies, we are not having a headless system. So we definitely have our heads turned on and giving you and providing you the full service for e-commerce solutions. We figured out that there's no ultimate recipe to be successful with an online strategy, but there are 3 key elements, and they are exceptional. It's an exceptional print buying experience, a high level of automation and integration for an error-free production, as well as the scalability. And these 3 key elements are the ones that our demo will follow, and we'll have a look in detail on those. So first of all, every project needs a concept, and the major question one has to ask itself is, what markets do we serve, and what is the target group we want to address? Smart Shop offers tailored solutions for several markets, like you already see on the screen, which is mainly label printing, textile printing, corrugated, as well as LFP, so large format and wide format. Regarding the second question, the target groups, we handle a lot of different projects, a large variety of projects, which is B2C, B2B, reseller and franchise concepts, marketplaces, open shop systems, and closed shop systems. We can all handle this with our Smart Shop platform. And also, if clients do not already have a ready-made concept when they first address us, we offer consulting services in all project phases to assist analyzing and identifying the right approach, as well as a training on the job where we accompany clients after the go live and train them while they are already having their shop. So during this demo, we will concentrate on an open LFP shop we have created, which is the one you see right now. It's a classic large format shop, wide format and large format products. And the target group is small and medium businesses, as well as agencies or print buyers, for example. The first touch point to the client always is the design of the shop. And the design of the shop might be different for B2B and B2C. B2B is most often technically oriented. B2C is more emotion driven, but they all have in common that the customer guidance and the customer journey has to be perfect and has to be easy to find the right product. For creating and changing the design, we have a page builder, as you already see right now. The page builder is a very powerful and straightforward tool. Mainly what you see is what you get. It's a drag and drop system and lots of pre-designs from small blocks or functions and features as up to whole templates can be chosen to install those to marketing landing pages or whatever is needed. And yeah, a very straightforward way to change the design of the shop. Let's have a look at some products and different ways to present those to your client. First of all, we want to have a look at the vinyl banner. In this case, the vinyl banner is available in 3 dimensions, as well as offering some options like eyelets and hem. You can choose whether you want to have eyelets or not. And the value you choose is surely changing the price. As you see, it's a dynamic calculation that is set up in the background for each and every product. And we are going to design this in our Smart Editor right now. The Smart Editor is our tool that can be linked to every product you set up in the shop. We have a lot of tools to create designs. Sometimes I say it's like a mini Photoshop. There is possibilities to add text, to tweet text, or to add images, to upload images from your hard drive, as well as getting high-res images through APIs we have to several stock databases like Pattern Design, Adobe Stock, or even our own image database, which has a couple of million images, high-quality images to more or less every topic that is needed. So when you upload a photo, we have some quality assurance systems in Smart Editor. You see the DPI index that is giving feedback to the customer whether the uploaded photo or the chosen photo is at a good resolution for the size that the product has he wants to buy. When you add the product to the cart, you get a soft-proof preview of it. We always have a checkbox that the client is checking, yes, this is the design I like and I want to buy it. You simply add it to the cart and that's it. When we have a look at another product and different way to present a product, which will be the SEG frame. The big difference you might recognize is we do not have 3 dimensions in this scenario. We have fixed the dimensions, so the client can choose a size, again, choose whether he wants to have a hardware, or in this case, a file check. Special thing about the file check is that this is handled as a one-time cost. So when I have a quantity of, let's say, 5 SEG frames and I choose to have a professional file check, this cost is only added once to the cart and not to every single product. So this is a very special way of calculating the price. Again, we're going to the Smart Editor to do our design. When you have a look at the border of the canvas area, you might see this dotted line. This is a hint for the customer that this is the area of the SEG frame which is not visible later on in the product. We had this with the grommets as well. We marked in the grommets so that the client sees where the holes will be punched. A different setup compared to the vinyl banner is that now we have a so-called mock-up preview. So we have a photo of a real natural environment, and we show the customer how his design will look like when it is actually placed in a SEG frame on a wall. The next steps is the same like before. I check the box that I like, that it's my design, it's perfect. I add it to the cart. This mock-up preview very much pays to a good customer journey and is something that's really remembered. The next product we want to have a look on is a pre-designed template. This is something we most often see in closed B2B scenarios. The design is pre-made and the customer is only able to change certain things that I predefine. So everything is locked except for changing the picture and changing parts of the text. What you see here right now is a very new, pretty cool function, if you ask me. When we click the Remove Background button, an artificial intelligence is identifying people on the photo and doing an automated cutout. And when we place the picture, we can crop it again. And you see now we have the person perfectly cut out, placed on a transparent background. The only thing that now can be done is changing the text. We place it in the cart. And again, we have a mock-up preview with a real life environment, but just a different photo. It's only related to the product, like for this yard sign. Having a quick look at a different mock-up again, when we choose a flag. Special thing about a flag, most people, most of you might know it. So right now, when I have a look at it on the canvas area in the editor, I have absolutely solid colors. But when I print on a flag on a transparent material, the colors get much lighter. So the mock-up preview gives the ability to tweak the saturation of the preview, so that now we have a real what you see is what you get scenario. And the client, if he doesn't actually know about the technical thing behind printing on a more or less transparent material, that the colors get less saturated, we can show it to him right now, and he definitely sees, okay, the flag will look a little bit grayish instead of solid black. So this pays into an error-free buying experience for the client. A product coming from the corrugated sector is the post box. We'll have a look at right now. The post box, this is based on the FEFCO standard. So the FEFCO 0427, that's the post box. We again have 3 dimensions, and we have some specialties in the corrugated thing. So if we change the dimensions here right now, the height to 120 millimeters, we give the possibility to download a die cut. And this die cut is dynamically created based on the dimensions the client just typed in. So this has a height of 120 millimeters. This die cut PDF can be sent to an agency, or the agency can download it by themselves, do their design in their standard professional software, Illustrator, InDesign, Photoshop, whatever they use. And in this die cut PDF, there is a link in the top left-hand corner to product. If we follow this link, we get back to the Smart Shop, and all the dimensions of the PDF are already filled in. So again, quality assurance. When I stick to this link, I will reach the correct product again. And when I go to the Smart Editor right now, after having created my design in my offline software, I can upload this PDF I created, and I get a good preview of the ready-made box. So you see the 3D preview. This perfectly shows whether everything is oriented on the correctly, or anything. Maybe something is upside down in my design, and I didn't pay enough attention to that. I definitely will see it in this preview. And again, this is dynamic. If I add a text to this, this is also visible directly in the 3D preview. Perfect. And yeah, quality assurance, good buying experience, error-free ordering. When we add this to the cart, okay, we have the approval step again. When we reach the cart, we wanted to, as the next step, have a look at the cart itself. So we have a pretty clear, pretty clean design. All the products can be changed in quantity. I can remove products. or I can go back to the editor from there. We have a coupon module, so the Smart Shop is able to create a very big variety of different coupon codes. You can do a whatever you want, more or less. Very cool thing also is creating an offer. So B2B scenario, an agency is creating a card, already uploading print files and sending a quote to their customer, because the customer is the one who shall pay for all that stuff that is in the cart. We create a PDF quote which displays everything from the cart, and we have again a link in here. And when the person who's supposed to pay for this clicks on this link, he is redirected back to the Smart Shop. The cart is already pre-filled, including all print files, and he simply has to go to the checkout, see whether billing address, shipping address, everything is correctly, choose the payment method, and send the order. Regarding the payment methods, we have APIs ready built into a large number of payment providers like PayPal, Molly, Square, Klarna, AuthorizeNet. You pick and choose the one that fits best for you. Same thing with parcel services, so shipping companies, an API connection to DHL or UPS is also possible. So let's have a look at behind the curtain. And first thing after the login to the backend is a quick dashboard. So a couple of buttons to quickly reach certain areas in the Smart Shop backend. One thing I want to mention is the Durst performance tools. So Smart Shop comes with tools like a newsletter software, SEO performance tools, live statistics, analytics, marketplace feeds, so you can push your products to Amazon, for example, as well as social media connections, that your clients, when they browse your shop and they see a product they really like, they can, by an easy click, push that to their Facebook feed and act as a multiplier for your marketing. We'll have a look at the order we just placed. You see the different colors indicate different status of the order, whether it's pending or paid or complete or delivered. For every order, we automatically create a delivery note as well as an invoice, which you can use or not. So depending on whether Smart Shop is used as a standalone software or whether it's connected to an ERP system, you may want to choose whether or not to use the document Smart Shop is creating. Also automatically created are all the print files, which you see as a small list in here. And when we have a quick look at one of those print files, this is a print-ready file. All the cut and crease lines in this example are included. For the banner, for example, we would have small marks for the grommets, so you do not have to transfer information by hand. It's automatically included in the print file. Next step, we want to create a product. So what do we have to do when we want to add a new product to our Smart Shop? As an example, we want to take the corrugated postbox, the FEFCA 0427 we already had a look at. To make it a bit easy right now and to avoid lots of typing, we will not create a blank product, but we will copy the existing one and change parameters so that it will be a new one. But basically, the steps will be the same if you create a product from scratch. We'll now have a detailed look inside this data field mask that is available for every product. So we're starting with the description. You add a title, you add descriptions in different languages, depending on what language you have installed in your Smart Shop. You always have a detail page where you can add a a weight, for example, or you define whether this is an article that is on stock or not. Maybe it's unlimited in stock if you always produce it on demand. You can have an expiration date. You can add small flags on the front end when it's a new product or a sell out. So lots of details that can be defined. Coming to the pricing tab, we differentiate between a base price. So maybe there is an article that only has one price, no matter the quantity that is bought, or you have a price per consignment. So you add a pricing table. This pricing table can even be added for each and every user group you have in your shop. When you have different user groups, like standard users, special users, you can add a second pricing table to one product, which is only available to a special user group. And the last thing at the bottom of this page would be calculating prices in formulas. So you can create formulas in Smart Shop if you have a very special way of calculating. It's some kind of Excel-like to create these formulas. Having a look at the attributes. Attributes are options that are available to every product throughout the whole shop. The list of attributes is managed globally. So there is a different section in Smart Shop where you handle and install all the options you have, and you assign them to all products. And within every product, you can define details to the options for pricing, for example. So this way you can have one option globally set and assign it to different products that handle this option slightly different. The next tab is the free attributes. Free attributes is width, height, length, depth, whatever. This is, yeah, you can in products you can define a minimum or a maximum value for height or width or depth. Maybe a product you sell can only be printed up to a meter in width, so you can limit the height field or the width field in the front end to a meter. The media tab is for uploading pictures and defining which one is the main image, so the one that is showed first. So we upload the because we want to change the product, we upload the photo of the other box. The related products is for cross-selling. So with the search field, you can search for other products you have installed in your shop and relate them to this product. And in the front end, they are shown at the bottom of each product detail page. So you can have this cross-linkage for customers to show them products that are comparable to the one they are having a look at, or products that are related, like accessories, for example. In the Files tab, you can upload files that are presented for download, a demo file, for example, or a design guide. Characteristics is something you can add to every product, for example, flame retardancy or waterproofness. So clients in the front end can choose an option like show me everything that is waterproof. So this is pretty cool for a customer journey. In shipping, you have the option to exclude or include shipping possibilities. Maybe something is not capable of being sent by express, so you just exclude it for the product. The integrate tab, this is specially for integrating Smart Shop to Durst workflow. The X3 DOM is the tab for the corrugated, so for the FEFCO and ACMA standards. And changing the FEFCO standard is pretty easy. We just change the code, load the new parameters, choose which flute we are printing on, and we simply have to hit save. And now we'll have a look at this in a second. All the parameters for the die cut as well as the editor are already changed. So we already have this product ready-made and available in the front end. And if we download the die cut or jump into the editor, you will directly see that the die cut, so the cut and creasing line have changed, and we have a new box, including the 3D preview and yeah, people can buy it. That's it. So as a resume, a conclusion, while doing all these projects, which are very much fun for us in their large variety, we constantly experience 5 factors to be most relevant, which is you have to know your target group and address them in a way that fulfills their needs. So the question is, who is my target group and how can I properly speak to them? You have to guide them in an easy and error-free way so that it's not possible for them to buy a product that doesn't work. This is why we concentrate a lot on having product wizards, for example, different combinations, possibilities of options and attributes, and having the possibility to exclude them. So if you choose A in drop-down number 1, you have not the option C in drop-down number 2, because those attributes exclude each other. So this is paying into the customer journey and the print buying experience. You have to make a personalization and complex products easy and simplify that. And the ease of use for the customer is very important. Everything must be presented in an attractive way with features that are remembered. So 3D preview, for example, that's something I remember. A mock-up preview, that is something you don't see every day. Or, for example, augmented reality, which is something we offer for 3D previews. So you can download the 3D preview element, the object, download it to our smart app and have a look at it and through the augmented reality module in your real life environment. And the building quality assurance we have in many different steps, like the DPI index, like the link in the different documents that lead me back. So this is very important, and that's why Smart Shop is designed for providing the ultimate print buying experience, be fully scalable from ready-to-use, pre-filled out-of-the-box system to an enterprise solutions, and comes with perfect tool set as well as a full service to create the ultimate print buying experience. And our goal is to make our clients successful with their e-commerce software and e-commerce projects. Thank you.
Wow. Well,
that was a mouthful. Well done.
Really amazing, very, very good presentation and very comprehensive platform you have built there. So congratulations, Durst. That is fantastic. And Thomas, how much of this was from when you started, or how much have the others been contributing? Did you finish everything and then they just put the name on it, or?
No. I think, yeah. Let me say, when I start with this project for my own company, I will, let me say, I want take my own pain away. So I start with web to print for business cards, and so these are the starts. And later I make other web to print projects for my own. And if I start in 2009 to sell the software, I think I learn a lot from other companies. We have hundreds of installations out in the world, and it is, for me, it's very important to learn from each customer. For me, it's very important that I don't leave the customer alone with a problem. It's very important for me, because what I learn, it makes no sense to give a customer only a tool. You must help him to close the roof with the tool. If the tool, the hammer, that is a problem, because if you give him only a thing, it's okay. But the most of the customer, what I learned over the many years, is that they need help in different areas. It's the same with the corrugated. And I think this corrugated thing, because I'm also bookbinder, I make all these things and learn all these things for my own company. So if you make, it's so easy to make your own corrugated things. It's I think it is very important that you understand it's very complex behind.
Oh yeah.
You only change the name and you have a new box. It's very important to make it easy.
Yeah. Jacques, you soon have, I mean, you still have time, but I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, to be honest, was blown away.
Totally.
Absolutely. I think it's very, very powerful. Frederik made it look very easy, you know.
That was good.
It
That was
is
good.
easy.
And that's your
It
job.
is easy.
That's the job. I can totally relate. The thing that I mostly find interesting, and that's where my question is coming from, especially also in the packaging area. And you also touched upon it, Thomas. I think there are a lot of PSPs out there that are moving on and moving forward to more packaging, doing them in-house. The thing that really blew my mind, and I noted it down here, I think that's a vital part of what Durst is proposing here. It's that mock-up preview, you know, to make the conversion to the decision, and that you have to do in some kind of a great visual way. And I was really blown away as well, also with the FAFCO numbers that you just type in, boom, and everything is at hand. I've never seen this, so congratulations on that. And then the question I was going to ask is, for example, this part of the packaging, is that a module that PSPs can get separately if they are going to move forward in the packaging, or do they have to buy the whole solution?
Okay, I give the answer. So we have the whole library, because from FAFCO and ECMA behind. So these are more than 1,000 models, and a lot of other models are in this library. The customer can use all the models if they want. If they have their own model, we can put it easy inside. It's possible to make their own model inside. We have a lot of customers, they have their own models. It's possible to make it inside. And for me, it's important that the customer, and this is the same thing what you say with the mock-up preview, you must bring the end customer near to the product. You must, the end customer must understand, okay, it looks like cool in my room, like with the augmented reality, with the mock-up preview, or with the box.
But you miss one thing, and that is when you have the wine box, you should be able to add whatever any wine you would like to, so it could be shipped ready, right?
Yeah, that you are working on.
Yeah, I knew it.
Also the taste of wine.
No, but that WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get, and then combine it with your own custom background to relate it in your environment. I think that's really it's an achievement, and I haven't seen that around yet.
I think it's also sorry if I can the point is also, I think beside the product, that's also our philosophy that how we are doing recruiting, we are always trying to find the people out of the industry. So like Frederik is also coming from industry, because it's one thing is to make a good product for e-commerce, but the other thing is to make also a good integration in the production environment. And that's often where customer we see is struggling, how to not only sell efficiently via an e-commerce solution, but also to do the automation and all the process steps coming behind that. So that are the two things that we are focusing on, and giving all the consultancy service also the customer be successful with their e-commerce solution.
When you see a solution like this one, I can clearly see also how it supports your payoff from pixel to output, and of course supports the hardware that you are selling and that business, of course. Can't help think about if I just came in and didn't know anything and I looked at this solution, I would think it was a quite expensive solution. And before you answer in what segment it maybe refers to, I was at the same time also thinking, well, if you sell this to all your clients who buy hardware from you, you own the value chain. So maybe you want to sell it very cheap. So what is right?
Yeah, I think that was also the point that Frederik mentioned. We are looking for scalability. So our philosophy is that the customer can grow with us. So meaning we are offering a huge variety how you can start. We have different models. You can start with SAS models or license models. You can start with an out-of-the-box solution that's pre-configured, pre-filled, easy start, and you can add the modules to go to our multi-platform to serve different segments, different customer groups. So Yeah,
So
we try always to lower the burden to start. Yeah.
So it's also scalable. So this is not just for the big boys. This is for every company who wants to be in the segment where your software serve that purpose perfectly, basically.
Yeah, right. It definitely is. We have projects in more or less every level of complexity, as well as amount of print support. This starts at like 10 orders per week on a closed B2B portal, because this portal only has five people buying there because it's tailored to a customer, up to, well, we had projects in the US where we had 10,000 orders per week.
I understand. I just have one question, because I like your introduction also, where you said that you are not a headless, that you actually make some consideration about that. However, I don't think you can just skip the fact that also the larger clients are sometimes they want to have something that is headless. So, I mean, do this solution also have like comprehensive documentation and API so people can integrate it deeply into other solutions as well?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. That's mainly the main concept. We want to provide the entire smart factory, but also we want to be flexible and open. So basically, we have a lot of interfaces for integrating with workflow solutions, RIP solutions, and on the other side, it's a really strong B2B functionality built in. So, for example, that also the customers of the print shop can order via the shop using our API. So you can automate also this interface, so that's this flexibility is absolutely given.
Maybe a last one for me, Martin, if you allow me, because I'll be off to the next session very soon. Just from my point of view or my perspective, Durst wasn't maybe always straight away on the radar for, let's say, regular commercial, smaller PSPs or print providers. So, but I think with this solution, I mean, it's there's something for everyone, I guess, also in the commercial market. So
I think what Jacques is saying is basically send him an invoice and a CD, right?
I did like it. I don't like the invoice, but the CD. Just kidding.
Yeah. Okay. Let's, Jacques, you soon have to leave because we are ready for Kelvin from VPress on the next session here at 1 a.m. CET. PM, sorry. And let's. We have some questions from some audience here. We have the first is. We have the usual suspects. They have been here in almost every show. We have Louis Davies here. He is asking, what technology is your platform built on, and what is your technology update policy?
Well, the technology, we have the shop based on Joomla, and our update policy. Well, we have currently 2 major updates per year. Release updates, bringing in new functionalities, and that's mainly how we handle it.
That's a good question, because that's how it is, right? So and let's move to the next one. That is Shaik. He's asking a lot of features and functions. What is the base? The price point for the features shown today? Is that something you want to share, or is that on an individual basis, or I mean, where do we start?
Yeah, it depends. We have different models. We have SAS models, we have license models for really entrance levels. We also have a small monthly fee with a transaction-based models.
Okay. So you offer basically.
We have a lot of variety. I think.
I think Shock should just reach out to you guys and talk to you.
Right.
We have shared the LinkedIn information on all of you. Then we have Serge Klaus. And he's asking, can I retrieve the order production information in my ERP system?
Yes.
Yeah, surely.
Of course. Louis Days is asking, are you connected with any digital printers for smaller products such as business cards, photo books, and can your design tool accommodate for these products template-wise?
Well, when we talk about small products like business cards and so, this is not part of our original case, but we have already done business cards, for example, for clients.
But what I said in the beginning is that I see, maybe I'm wrong, but I see a kind of like a red thread in that what you're doing on the software side, in the commerce side, is basically supporting the technologies and the applications that your equipment is capable of. I mean, is it wrong to say that your main customer focus is to support customers that are like Durst customers in a wider perspective?
Yeah, we of course use also our software products to let our customers grow, but the main focus is more in the area we are also active with the printers, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm saying goodbye here. Off to the next
Thank
one.
you.
See you in a moment.
Frederik. See you soon. Bye.
See you
Thanks
soon.
for having us.
So one thing is that now we've seen the solution. How's it going for you guys commercially? I mean, have you sold more than one?
We have even sold more than one to one client.
Okay. They couldn't find the CD, so they had to buy another one.
Yeah, they had to buy it again. Yeah.
No, I was just wondering because one of the things that we have tried to cover here in our Learn With Us web to print thing is that there's a lot of solutions with different perspectives, and though you are definitely among my personal favorites already now, I'm just wondering how difficult is the competition and how is it to get to market with this kind of things?
Yeah,
I think you have to answer this in two parts, because it became easier to get into the market because thanks to COVID, we have a big wake up attitude. Lots of companies called us and said, I'm thinking about e-commerce strategy since 5 years, 10 years, and I never started doing it. And now I realize I better had done it. And hope it's not too late, so let's start now. But surely we have competing companies. And to be honest, our solution is not the perfect one for everyone. Maybe somebody is looking for something different, but well, we talk to everybody who is interested, basically. We are always keen on learning and developing ourselves further. So we grow with the demand from the market. Our development department is constantly full of workload.
And good ideas, I think, right?
Yeah, good ideas are coming from clients. The market is changing constantly. So we have to adapt and go with it.
From a commercial perspective, we also had to develop new models. For example, in the States, we had customers just going for SAS model for a couple of months, just providing one single product, fan cutouts for the stadiums. So that's something we are also giving them the opportunity at hand. Just are not forced to buy something. We are always talking to them what's the right business model for the dedicated task they want to solve. In that case, 3 months fan cutout production. That's it, and then we want to provide the right solution.
I could imagine that if you have rented your solution for 3 months, I think there's a quite good potential that you will continue.
Yeah, right.
So, guys, we are running short of time here. I want to thank all of the three of you for participating. It has been wonderful to see your demo. And regarding your question yesterday, whether we had any issues in seeing the screen, I've seen it on a separate monitor, and everything from my side looked really nice. Not as crisp as 1080, but as this solution is limited to 720, it could not be any better. But it was clear and see everything. And wonderful presentations, good answers, and always a pleasure to meet you guys. So thank you for participating here, and I hope to see you at some point in a live environment. That would be perfect.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you, Martin.
Okay, take care.
It was a pleasure.
Take care.
Bye.